Welcome to Two Wickets Down. I'm Kunal.
And I'm Vasu.
On today's episode, we're going to cover the T20 series between India and England, and India ended up winning that 4-1. We're going to especially cover the last two T20s and have a look ahead to the ODI series, starting with off the last T20 game. I mean, I don't think so. We need to read into the scorecards. It was pretty much Abhishek Sharma got going and played one of the greatest T20 innings I think we've ever seen, Vasu.
Yeah, it was just basically the last match was just basically Abhishek Sharma versus England. That's what it was.
I mean, yeah, I think
Uh,
like if you looking at his innings, I mean, I don't know what to even say. Like, Sanju Samson didn't face a ball for like I would love to see his minutes on the crease. I felt like I mean he got out early, but anyone else around Abhishek Sharma was on the crease for a while, but it felt like they barely faced anything. It was he was so quick, and he probably could have got to the fastest 100 too if he didn't slow down a bit in the 90s. But like, what an insane inning! 13 sixes, 135 or 54. Um, yeah, it's like such a good T20 innings, and especially if you look at the shots he played, they were all really good shots. Wasn't like wild, like kind of hitting, and didn't really get dropped or anything from what I remember.
yeah,
Just
no, no, exactly. Yeah, he didn't give any like half chances. Wasn't dropped, and then it wasn't any like scoops or anything like that.
yeah.
Reverse scoops. It was just like proper like shots and it was like absolutely brilliant to watch.
And I can see like I mean even in the other innings I think he's the even in these some of the other innings he's played in this T20 series I do see the glimpses of what people talk about like the bit of the Yuvraj in him. I do see it every now
Hmm.
and then, some of his stroke play, yeah, like, so it was kind of funny like because he batted for a lot longer this time. um you did see some of that, but yeah, I do think I think there was something this Kevin Peterson said on TNT post match, or was it like was it no, not TNT? Alistair Cook, I think, said it. I think England did miss a trick with it, though. I think they panicked, and I think the other guy on on that TV show had a good point
Yeah,
too. Steve
Steve
Finn,
Finn.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think England kind of got caught up in it. They started seeing Abhishek Sharma go, and they just kind of got lost in that like atmosphere of like, okay, he's gonna hit us for everything. We might as just well keep bowling faster and faster. And where if you looked at like what worked on this pitch, I mean, to be honest, the pitch was a one-side pitch. It was just you both fat you. It was a batting pitch. Like I don't know how England didn't get even to a better score, even though I thought their approach wasn't that bad considering they had what 248 to chase. I mean, the one bowler that from England who did really well was Bryden Carse, and he was the only one who mixed it up a little bit. And he, you can look at the figures, and he was by far their best bowler.
Yeah, but I think if you look at England's their bowling was they just gave him too much. I mean, like not just him. Most batsmen they just gave them too much room to play with there. Nobody like tucked up the batsman
I mean, they
they
tucked up
gave
Sanju
they gave him
Samson, which was
yeah
which was not a
yeah
surprise because
but
that's
like
his.
but like but that's just every match. That's how he's getting out. But like they gave every batsman too much room to hit
I also think it
so
was like
that.
when you have Jofra Archer, Mark Wood, and Jamie Overton. Maybe
Mhm.
Jamie Overton not as quick as Jofra Archer and Mark Wood, but it's just pace on the whole time. And you had one guy who bowled pace off, and he was by far your best bowler.
Yeah.
Brydon Cars, his figures look a lot worse than they actually are because his last over was pretty expensive. But apart from that, his first three overs was like the only England bowler who kind of had a decent day out.
Yeah, because the Bryden Cars was the only one like who caused that mini collapse there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
mean
then
like no England bowler tried to actually like cramp up the batsman like nobody like was it Mark Wood and Jofra Archer like nobody tried to bowl like any slower balls
I
or
mean,
anything.
Jofra
So
Archer, 4 overs, 55 for one wicket, like, and he's like one of those go-to IPL bowlers that everyone raves about, like, and Mark Wood, like, same thing, like, is probably on Australia pitch or South African pitch, that 150 clicks might actually cause you some issues, but just felt like they had nothing, they had no really, what do you call, answer. And then the rest of India's batting was fine. Shivam Dube played a handy 30-run knock. I
I'm
mean, apart
sorry,
from
not
that,
Shivam Dube. Harshit Rana, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, it was the mask on. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, he came out. They're the same person. What are you on about?
yeah,
Harshit Rana,
yeah.
Shivam Dube, like same person. Uh, England's batting, I think this is where we were talking about we're going to disagree. I thought England's approach, yeah, 97 looks horrendous when you see the other team made 247. But I think, as a lot of people have said, you go for it from ball one. I mean, and to be fair, Phil Salt did go from ball one and he went right after, what's his name, Mohamed Shami. Um, I don't know what England's other option is. You go from ball one, and either you end up going from ball one and getting to like 200 or 248 and you end up winning the game. You get very close to winning, or you get a score like this, 97, and you get all out. I mean,
I mean, like if you like looking at that pitch, you shouldn't be getting out on 97. And then like thing is,
but
like
I don't
their
see the point
approach
of
to getting
getting
out
a.
now,
I don't see the point of
like
getting
the
to a
way they were
mediocre
getting out,
150. Like, what's the point of getting to
like
150 and getting out? Like, what's the
but
difference?
the way they were getting out, like the shots they were playing were also terrible, like,
Yeah,
as
but I
well.
think I think that's what happens when you're trying to chase 248. Like, you're going to go for everything. Like, not
No,
every because
but
not
the
every not England like it's not like just because the one guy in the other team made 135, you're gonna make someone on your team's gonna make
but
135.
no, but you look at Phil Salt and then how the other batsmen were playing. So I mean, so there was a way that you could play it there.
Yeah, but
So
there
it's
was
not
two. But
like
if you look at the game, there's two batsmen who scored runs. I mean, you can have a look at India's batting. Like, apart from
Mhm.
one guy and 135, like, and Shivam Dube hit what, like 30 off 13. There's no one really left in any of the squads, like apart from Phil Salt on the other team. So
But
I
Tilak
know
Verma made runs
India's
there.
score looks insane because it is one guy hit 135, but both teams, apart from two batsmen, had a decent, like a medium, like a not a great batting performance. Apart from obviously India had Abhishek Sharma. So the 97 from England, I don't think so. I think England would do themselves a bit of harm if they look too much into it. I think you look at the series overall.
No. I think like the 97 is just it's a terrible, terrible batting performance, especially looking at on that pitch there. They needed to. I mean, like they. I mean that like that batting was terrible there.
I
I
mean,
mean, like you
I
look at Phil
disagree.
Salt, they
I
could have.
I totally disagree with that. I mean, I could say that about India's batting then in that case. If that's the standard of you're talking about one batsman comparing to the rest of the batting, I think England would do themselves hard if they looked at that batting performance too much. I think you look at the series overall, and then you pick out, yeah, your batting was under par because you knew what they were going to do to you. They're going to bring on Varun Chakravarti. They're going to bring on spinners, and they're gonna like get you out. And the same thing happened again. I mean, like Varun came on first ball, I think. Wicket. Shivam Dube first ball wicket. Abhishek Sharma took two wickets in an over. Like he had he probably had the best day out of everyone. Um, yeah, I mean, but yeah, I didn't really. I would have liked England to bat well. The game would have been more interesting. But I kind of saw either England getting to 200 or England getting out like 130, 120. Like, I didn't expect more than that. Because unless you're trying to just get to a decent total for no reason. But I think if you're trying to win, if you're trying to chase 248 down, I think you either end up getting out on a very low total or you end up actually getting pretty close.
I mean,
Uh,
okay, so we can both disagree on this there. All
yeah.
right, yeah,
And then Shivam Dube bowled actually, which probably got the biggest cheer in the commentary box. Shivam Dube
yeah,
actually
we do.
bowling, and I do want to say Kevin Petersburn was very smug about this whole Harshit Rana Shivam Dube thing. He kept bringing it over and over and over, saying, will Shivam Dube bowl?" And here he comes to bowl, and first ball he gets a wicket, and I couldn't believe my eyes.
And he gets the best batsman there. Who's actually making the runs?
Liam Livingston, no, no, no,
No,
Jacob Bethel.
Phil
He got
Salt.
Jacob.
No, he got Phil Salt.
Oh yeah, he got Phil
Very first
Salt.
ball.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, he got Phil Salt. Yeah, I was crying
Who
laughing
had
watching.
like he was the one who he was the one who was playing at the moment. Like if England had any chance of winning the game. He
Yeah,
had to carry
England.
on.
England, I mean, he got England. Full salt, credit to him. He got off England to the absolute perfect start. Like he's ripped Mohamed Shami apart in that first over. I know Mohamed Shami ended up getting 3 wickets because he got tailenders out at the end. But yeah, yeah, Phil Salt was amazing. Um, Talking about India's bowling, once again, the fast bowling scares me. Mohammad Shami, I know he's getting post injury. Hasn't looked as good as he thought we might be like we want him to look so far. But I do get it's a T20 series. Like it's hard to judge bowling, especially for someone who's just come back off injury.
Uh, yeah, so I mean, like he's just come back from injury, so you can't really judge him that much at the moment. So
Okay. And then
yeah,
the last T20,
yeah,
go on.
but but he picked up 3 wickets there.
I mean, he took Mark Wood and Adil Rashid. They're chasing 97. They're chasing
Yeah, I mean, like,
247. I'm not
but
counting
exactly,
it.
but yeah, yeah, but he picked up 3 wickets. But
Abhishek
also,
Sharma
yeah,
picked up 2 wickets. Come on.
but Abhishek Sharma, yeah, but Shivam Dube picked up two in there.
Yeah, yeah. So what do we? Shivam Dube picking up 2 wickets is different to Abhishek Sharma picking up 2 wickets.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mama Chami has looked okay for me. Surprised we haven't played. I mean, I think to balance the squad out, one thing I will say. It does seem in T20 we have like such a good option of like all-rounders that we can actually play only like two specialists. I mean, to be fair, in fast bowling we're playing one specialist fast bowler, which is Mohammad Shami. The rest of them are all T20 like all-rounders.
Hmm.
Hardik Pandya, Shivam Dube, all all-rounders. So yeah. And then I know we wanted to touch on the fourth T20, which we didn't get to cover. This game was actually really interesting, I think. This was a better game because I thought India had botched it. Like India batted first, they got off to a terrible start, I would say. Sanju Samson is a one-trick pony. You bowl short to him on the leg side, and he will pull it straight to the fielder. Everyone else, Tilak Varma charging down first ball to Mahmood, this new bowler that no one's ever seen, out. Suryakumar Yadav out at the end of that over. Like, terrible batting. Rinku Singh kind of steadies the ship a little bit. And then who I really think saved India the game was Hardik Pandya and Shivam Dube's batting that actually both hit 50s, pretty quick 50s, like 160, 170 strike rate, and actually get India to 181. And then this is where the fun starts.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah, Shivam Dube gets hit on the head.
Shivam Dube gets hit on the head while batting, um,
Hmm.
and he's sort of retired, hurt, or he passes the concussion test apparently on the pitch, right? Because then he gets run
Hmm.
out, and then they did a second concussion test, and he didn't pass that one, so they get a concussion substitution. You're supposed to be a like for like replacement, which India took Shivam Dube for Harshit Rana, um, which which
Which
in terms of a
which
like to
just
like replacement
Mhm.
is not there. But I think
Yeah.
I think the best take of I've seen of this is Harsha Bhogle's replacement. I mean,
Hmm.
Harsha Bhogle's comment on this is the best I've seen of it. He goes, "How do you handle a like for like replacement in a 15-man squad?" Like,
Well, yeah,
like
well,
he was saying, like Shivam Dube is a fast bowler, right? So you kind of like
hmm
had an option. But what if it was like some left arm like specialist spinner? Who's his like for like replacement in a 15-man squad? Like how many left arm spinners are you gonna keep in a 15-man
well, no,
squad?
it doesn't have to be a left arm spinner. It just has to be a spinner.
But then your two options,
The thing is,
Your Shivam Dube is your like regardless of his skill for a second, right? He's a bowling
hmm
option that you have, right?
hmm
So you can't replace him with a not a just a batsman, right? You have to
Well,
replace him with
no,
this. You
but
have
the
to
thing
replace
is,
him with a bowler. You have to
but
replace
India
him
did
with a
have a bowler.
who?
Well, India did have a part-time bowler, Ramandeep Singh.
Was he in
He
the
is a
15-man
part-time bowler.
squad?
Yeah, he was. Yes,
Well, you replaced him with a. Is he just a bowler?
but no, he's a batsman and a part-time bowler, just like Shivam Dube.
And then yeah, I mean, I see. Like I do think it's the wrong decision, but I just do think
Yeah.
the rules are a
And then
little.
the other thing is, which is where I really like, where I like I'm really shocked, or like I really disagree with this, that where Josh Butler came out and said that, which came out and said that they were never informed about this as well.
I mean,
Like, what is it? It's like they were never asked as well.
I don't know. I
Uh,
don't know. I don't know if if the other team you should be asking the other team if this is okay. I think the umpires need to have to make the right call, which they didn't do. I don't think so. If it's a rule, you don't need to ask either team, right? You don't need to ask India, if, are you happy with this? Or you don't need to go to England and ask with this. I don't think so. I agree with that sentiment. I think if it's in the rules, you as an umpire make the call of like whether this is right and wrong. Obviously, they got it wrong in this case, but I think the
I mean, if he's
rules.
saying that, they were never asked, I mean, he must have known the rules and as well there, because I
Yeah, I
mean,
know,
like the
but I'm
team.
saying, but obviously the umpires got it wrong, which I'm agreeing with you.
Mhm.
I think the rules that Harsha Bhogle read out, which he always has a rule book on his hand for, if it feels like, um, it's just like I don't think so. The rules are there to kind of have a bit of flexibility, which I think India abused in this case.
Yeah, of
Because
course, there now.
because
So
because because the indication is what is Shubham Dube's role going to be in the second innings? He's going to bowl, right?
yeah,
Yeah, and so they just replaced him with a bowler. So,
but yeah, but then you also have like, but it's a like for like. He's not. It's not a like for like.
but yeah, but
Harshit Rana is like a.
but that comes up to, but you know the point. This is the point that people are making. How do
Mhm,
you determine Harshit Rana's skill? I mean, like Harshit Rana and Shivam Dube, like.
mhm.
How do you determine skill? I don't know. I'm genuinely curious. How does the umpire go?
Okay,
Okay, this
give me so the umpires the umpire thinks that the umpire thinks Shivam Dube and Harshit Rana's skills are like for like,
No, no, no. My point
completely.
is, I'm not saying
Hmm.
that. Obviously, the umpire thought that, which I was wrong. But do you replace him with like Ramandeep Singh, who's even worse than Shivam Dube then? Because that's also not for
No,
for like.
the thing is they're both part-time bowlers. Whereas Harshit Rana is a frontline fast bowler.
Yep. Okay. So, but now you're talking. So is it either about the type of player you are, or is it about the skill level?
Uh,
That's
no,
my
it's a
point.
skill
Because
level there. It's no, it's so
so,
it's
but then
actually like a frontline fast bowler. Whereas Shivam Dube, it's
is
not.
a better is a part-time
It's
bowler,
not a
but
bowler.
yeah, but I can say
It's a
Hardik
part-time bowler.
but yeah, Hardik Pandya is a part-time bowler in some games.
No,
Yeah,
Hardik
but he
Pandya is
is.
an.
But he is a part-time bowler. He doesn't bowl every game.
He bowls
So
every
my
game.
point, no, he doesn't. He didn't bowl in one of the other games. I'll show you. We can look at the one of the T20s. He didn't bowl
Hardik
in one
Pandya is
of.
an all-rounder. Hardik Pandya is an all-rounder. He bowls every game.
Yeah, but he didn't bowl one of the games in this T20 series. I'm pretty sure. Um, so my point is, no, no, no. So I'm asking you, one replacement is too good, right, in terms of skill compared to Shivam Dube. Shivam Dube is a
Hmm.
better bowler than Ramandeep Singh. So, like you could say, as skill wise, they're both part timers, but one's better. I'm not saying I do. I will. And what I'm trying to say is, I do think the decision is wrong. But I'm saying, how do you determine that?
No,
Like
but I
the
mean,
rule is
if they
too
were to
flexible.
replace Harshit Rana with Hardik Pandya, there would be no problem because Hardik Pandya bowls all games, all 4 overs every game for India.
Vasu, he does not.
He does. He
Okay, give
does.
me a
I mean,
second.
look,
Let's just look at this right now. Okay, let's have a look at this right now.
he's a frontline fast bowler when India plays T20
He
cricket.
bowled 2 overs in the second T20.
He bowled 2 overs in the second T20.
Yeah, yeah, in
Yeah,
the second
but
T20.
look
So,
at it.
okay, give me a second. Yeah, he bowled 2 overs only in the second T20. And then I think he bowled 1 over in the fourth T20. There you go. I mean, you can double check, but I don't think so. We should waste time checking that. I have it literally pulled up. He's bowled 2 overs in one game and 1 over in one game.
But come on, I
So
mean,
that no, no, no.
if
But
you're
no,
gonna
but
compare
Vasu, but
Hardik
that's your.
Pandya with Shivam
I
Dube
don't,
and then their
no, no, no,
fast
no, no,
bowling
no,
skills,
no. I think now you're going back on your words. Now you're going back on your
no,
words. No, you said he bowls 4 overs every game, which he does not. Everyone knows this about Hardik Pandya. Let's not kid around ourselves right here. He does not bowl every game. That is a known thing with Hardik Pandya. If he did, India would be a lot better in every format because if he could bowl every game, he does not do it. So
No, but if you're
I'm
gonna
not
compare
saying
hard,
no. You are saying a part-time bowler. I'm so my
no,
that is the question I think people are asking about the rules. Well, I'm not saying no one is comparing Shivam Dube to Hardik Pandya. It's either you're comparing the skills of a right like for like replacement, or you're comparing the type of person they are. Because if
no,
they're, what is it?
go
What
ahead.
is the like? What's the? How do
It's
you
the
judge
skill
it?
set. It's the skill. It's their skill set that you judge there. And then Shivam Dube and Harshit Rana's bowling skill set are not the same. They're not. They're
But
not
are
the
you
same
saying
bowler
Shivam Dube and Ramdeep Singh's skill wise are the
because
same in
they're
terms
both
of?
because they're both part-time bowlers
Just
and
because
they're
you're a
both
part-time
all-rounders.
bowler does not mean you have the same skill level, though. That's an
Oh my
obvious thing in
God.
my mind.
Because but the thing is, Harshit Rana is a frontline fast bowler, and him and Shivam Dube are not the same bowlers.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah,
I agree, but I
yeah.
don't think so.
Exactly.
Ramdeep
So
Singh, I don't think so.
so
I don't think so. You can replace Ramdeep Singh with Shivam Dube, and India would be happy with that. If I was India, I would agree with. If the umpire said it's Ramdeep Singh, I'd be like, no, I think that's downgrade for us. And you could say about
right.
Harshit Rana being an upgrade, and that's also unfair to England, which I think is true in this case.
Well, then the thing is, like, the only option and the only fair option in this case is Ramandeep Singh because Harshit Rana is actually is a frontline bowler,
Yeah, but
whereas
I
whereas
think the argument that
whereas
you're
uh,
making here
whereas
of
Ramandeep Singh whereas Ramandeep Singh is a batsman and he also bowls there.
but my point is I don't agree with one thing that you're sticking to for some reason is just
Hmm.
because they're part-timers they have the same skill level. That it can't
That's
be the
not the point.
benchmark.
It's not the point. It's not the point. How what the skill set is because that's the only option you have at the moment. So
You
you
just
have to
said you
take it.
just said a
Yeah.
few minutes ago it's
No, no,
about
no, no.
skill
It's not the
set.
option. It's not because you've got a player injured. So that's the only option you have. So you
I mean,
have to take it. Yeah.
I think right now, based on you've said three different things in 2 minutes, either a skill set comes into it, or it's like you're a part timer. Like it can't be every like because that's just that'll differ umpire to
You
umpire.
can't
Then
have two different things. Because your player's injured, and that's the only option you have. So you have to take it.
yeah,
You
in
can't
this
have a
case I'm
better
not
thing.
debating
Yeah.
it. In this case I'm not
Yeah.
debating it. But that literally means it differs umpire to umpire because then umpire will judge based on what he thinks how good a player is.
Yeah.
The
So
the rule is horrible then.
yeah, like in one case, like say in a case like what? Say in a case like what's his name is? Say in a case like what's his name? What's his name? Give me just 2 seconds. Oh my God. Yeah, Abhishek Sharma was to get injured, right? But India said, oh, but we're gonna replace him with Varun Chakravarti. Okay, no, but why? Why? Because why? Because why? Because Abhishek Sharma can bowl a little bit. No, because that's not fair, is it? No,
No, I'm not saying it's not fair.
exactly.
Yeah, but my point is either you're looking at the skill set or you're looking at what they do in the game. You just said a minute ago when I said it like that's a downgrade. You said it's not about the skills gap, but then when you were saying when you were talking about replacing, what do you call what's his name, Shivam Dube with Harshit Rana or Mohammad Shami as an example, you're like the skill set's too different. So my point, rather than you and me debating, I'm more talking about based on the options you have available in your 15-man squad, how do you judge a like for like replacement? I don't see how you do it because it's going to disadvantage or advantage one team.
You have to replace an all-rounder with an all-rounder. That's what I like to. That's for a that's a like well that's what a like for like is. Yeah.
Okay, so you're sticking to that, right? So you've just said you're
Yeah.
replacing an all-rounder with an all-rounder, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's your words, right? If I said Varun
Right. Yeah.
Chakravarti was an all-rounder, if India goes Varun Chakravarti is an all-rounder and Abhishek Sharma, then what does the umpire do? I'm not saying I
Right.
believe
Then he
that,
has
but
to
what
do
does
it.
the
Yeah.
umpire do?
Then they have to do it. but do you actually believe that Varun Chakravarti is an all-rounder?
But that's my point. What does an umpire do?
But no,
It's different umpire to umpire then, right? Like it's the umpire's judgment call on
it's
that
not
day.
different. But the thing is, but like honestly, but do you believe that Varun Chakravarti is an all-rounder? Does he come under the Does he come under the all-rounder?
But so would you be okay with Akshay Patel being replaced by Abhishek Sharma? Let me ask
Yeah,
you
of
that
course.
then.
Why not? Yeah, of course. Why not? Yeah, because
Okay.
Akshar Patel is an
See, but
all-rounder. Yeah,
yeah, okay. I think in my
yeah,
opinion, replacing Abhishek Sharma with either Akshay Patel or Varun Chakravarti gives India such a big advantage if India are just about to go bowl.
yeah.
Like
Akshar Patel is an
that
all-rounder.
is a
Yeah,
disgrace then if you think that's okay and Varun Chakravarti isn't okay, in my opinion.
yeah. Akshar Patel is an all-rounder. Yeah.
I disagree with that. I mean, I agree he's an all-rounder, but I think you calling just because they're an all-rounder, you have to replace with another all-rounder makes no sense because obviously Akshay Patel, let's say Abhishek Sharma gets hurt at the end of the innings, replacing him with Akshay Patel just when India are about to come bowl is like the biggest advantage to India.
Okay. Right, right. Who would you replace him with then?
I don't know, but that's my point. The rule is you have a
Exactly.
15-man squad.
Yeah. So you
That
can't
is
just
the point.
cherry pick
Okay,
who
my
you
point
can't just
is
cherry pick who you want it for to your advantage.
I agree.
Yeah,
I'm agreeing,
exactly.
but that is the point
So
Harsha
right.
Bhogle brought up.
So that's why it's a like for like.
I mean,
So
okay,
that's why.
I
So
think
you can't cherry pick for your advantage.
I'm not saying you can cherry pick, but I
Yeah.
also think in that game there was no like for like replacement for Shivam Dube. Just because another
There was.
person, I don't think so. Ramandeep Singh is a like for like replacement for Shivam Dube. Shivam Dube is a more talented batsman. I mean, more talented bowler and batsman as a player.
No, but like we do have like, but the thing is, so same as we can say, Harshit Rana is a much talented bowler than Shivam
I
Dube.
agree. So
Yeah,
which
so
team as an umpire do you advantage or disadvantage in this case?
well,
Let's put it
in
this
that
way.
case, well, in India were much advantage.
Yeah, I
India
agree.
got the
And if
fire.
let's okay, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying let's
Mhm.
say if India were given Ramandeep Singh, India could come out post-match and say we were disadvantaged by the referee, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's still in, but
But
it's
yes or
still
no, is it?
we
Do you
would
agree
say,
with that then?
yeah, but the thing is,
If
at
India
that
were
point in
forced to take
time,
Ramandeep Singh
mhm.
as a replacement, and then India lost that game, could India have not come out and said the same thing?
Yeah, but at that point, umpire would say, but we gave them a like for like. We gave them an all rounder for an all rounder.
Okay. I mean, I
Yeah.
think in that case, this rule is gonna cause so many more issues. Like teams are gonna
No, I
abuse
mean,
it.
India abused the rule. That was as simple as that. There.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
India
I was
rule.
happy. I was happy India won, but
No.
I
I
just didn't
agree.
like the way they
India.
won it.
Well, I mean, we can continue on with it. England
Hmm.
still should have won this game, I think.
No,
E-
they should have definitely won it. Like
Yeah,
from
yeah.
they were
Regardless, I'm moving on from
from the position.
I'm
Yeah,
moving on from the substitution thing because I don't think so.
yeah,
You were kind of seeing the same point here.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think England still should have won this game easily. I
Um,
think Harry Brook played one of the best 50s, and then he probably played one of the most immature. So I think Kevin Peterson said it. He played one of the best, but one of the more immature innings I think you've seen out of Harry Brook
yeah,
lately.
he seriously has a problem there. Like
Like,
he
why have
seriously
you
has a
just got
problem
hit
against spin.
50? Yeah, you've just got 50. Varun Chakravarti has one over. I think he had one over left, right, at that time.
Yeah, he had like
Why are you trying to hit him? Like, why are you trying to prove a point? Just bat him out and then go after everyone else that you had been going
and in
after.
that over, I remember in that over he hit a four. He hit a boundary, and
I
then
think
there
he
was
did
like
hit a
four
boundary.
balls left. Yeah, there was four balls left, and I don't know what got into hit into his head, and then he tried to scoop him. I'm not sure. Wait, he seriously has some issues there, like especially against spin
Yeah, I mean,
in India.
he was
In
playing.
in in, in India, he has issues against spin.
I
I mean,
agree.
and he was playing brilliantly. And I
Yeah, that's
thought
what I
if
was about
he
to say. He
stays,
actually was playing
I
spin okay this innings. He was
yeah.
51 off 26 balls. He was playing
Hmm.
really good, but I just don't see
I
it.
was thinking, I was watching it, and I was thinking that had he like had he watched that, had he played that over out, he would have won in England that game.
Yeah, and the same thing, Harshit Rana, we're talking about him being a paceline bowler, but to pick up Liam Livingston, I think, and Josh Bethel and Jamie Overton, like I just don't see what, like, I don't know. England should have easily won that game, but yeah,
Yeah,
I thought England, regardless of the Harshit Rana thing, which I think would obviously helped India, but I think England lost that game because of their own fault at the end of the day. Um, moving
yeah. I
on,
mean,
what do we
so
have? Sorry, go on. Do you have anything else on this T20?
no, just that one that they should have won that game. Like same Brook scooping him, and then same over Bryden Cars, who's also a decent batsman as well, tried to hit him for a six as well.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
mean,
I don't
I
know
just
what they
thought
were doing there.
I thought England in the one game they actually had a chance to take it down to the wire and win the game. Like you kind of just crumbled for no reason too. Like there was no reason for you to not. Like it wasn't like there was that much pressure run rate wise or stuff. You just had the game in the bag and then you just threw it away. And even
Yeah,
then, at the end, when Jofra Archer was hitting it, you still felt England. Like if England had one more decent batsman with all these tailenders, they could have actually pushed through. But
yeah. I
no,
mean, like that Harry Brook shot scoop. I don't know what he
I
was
mean Liam
thinking. Like what got into
Livingston,
his head.
Harry Brook, like all of these people just makes no sense. Um, moving on to that wrapped up the T20 series in India ended up winning at 4-1, which is pretty comfortable at the end. Looking up, we've got three ODIs. I think the first ODI is on Thursday in Nagpur. I think both teams
Mm-hmm.
have India have announced their squad. Pretty
Oh yeah,
standard
India
squad.
announced it. Yeah, they announced it a while back there.
I mean, looking at the squad, it seems pretty balanced out and fair. I don't see any big surprises. You've got Rishabh Pant coming back, Kohli, KL Rahul, Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Jaiswal. This kind of seems like the more familiar squad. This kind of seems like your World Cup Champions Trophy squad kind of come back. Hardik Pandya's in here, Akshay Patel, Sundar, Jaddu, and then the bowlers are pretty much the same. Kuldeep Yadav is back in this, which is good to see.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting to
Harshit
see.
Rana is in this. Yeah, no Bumrah, and so Harshit Rana is in place of Bumrah.
Yeah, yeah. Bumrah is going to be there for the third ODI.
Yeah.
The squad that we just read out was for the first two ODI. I think it'll be interesting. I do see this actually being a better chance for England than the T20. Funny enough, I think because I think a lot of our batsmen in ODIs are out of touch a little more than our T20 batsmen lately.
And Washington Sundar is in the first two ODI games and not the last, not the last ODI.
He is in the last ODI.
Sorry, he's in the last ODI. He's not in the first two. Sorry.
He's in the
And
first two.
England,
But so
yeah,
he's in all the ODIs.
he's in the last. He's in all the ODIs. Is
Yeah, yeah, he's in all the ODIs. He's in all the ODIs. The only change between the first and second ODI is just Preet Bumrah and Harshit Rana.
he? No, I can't. I don't see him in the first two ODIs. Washington
Washington
Sundar.
Sundar. Yeah, he's on my screen. He's on my screen.
No, I just checked. He's not in the first two. He's only in the third one.
He's in the
Unless
first two.
I'm.
Under all rounders, he's after Akshay Patel. He's there. Um,
And England
what's your
have England's squad is the same as what their T20 squad is, except and then only Joe Root is the only player who's
Gus Ackerson is in the squad?
yeah, he was in the T20 squad as well.
I mean, if
Except
you're
Joe Root is the only one is who's the added like who's into the team there.
I mean, one of the bigger differences coming up, I mean, we're just about to wrap up here, but one of the biggest decisions I didn't get, that Mahmood guy, why did they not play him in the last T20? He was your best bowler in the 4 T20 and you dropped him for the last one.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
Someone brought that
I
up
mean,
recently.
I was. I mean, I mean, Jamie Overton. I mean, he's a good batsman. Like he's a good all rounder. But I really think that they should have uh, dropped him there because I mean
For
he's
who?
bowling decently
For who
for
though?
Sakib Mahmood. Sakib
Yeah,
Mahmood.
yeah. That means you have to drop either Wood or Mark, a Jofra Archer. You're gonna play with.
Or actually, no, they should have kept Jamie Overton and dropped Jofra Archer because Jofra Archer has been he's had a terrible series. Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say you could drop Archer probably.
yeah, sorry, they should have dropped Archer.
And they kept trying to rotate between England. England also felt like they were trying to rotate between Jacob Bethel and Jamie Smith. I mean, Jacob Bethel, he's got the RCB curse on him. He's had an absolute stinker of a series. Um, so that's good for RCB fans coming up. Uh,
The
yeah,
only
I
thing
mean,
RCB, I mean, Phil Salt played well this last match, so RCB fans can be happy with that there.
yeah, that's the only thing. I mean, looking up at the ODIs coming up, what's your predictions for it? There's three
I
ODIs.
think, I think India win comfortably.
You
I
think
think
so?
India will win that. Yeah, I think
I
India will win that.
I think England easily take a game off us. I have a feeling. I think England take a game off us. I think it'll be a lot closer than um the the T20s just because I feel like our batsmen are more out of form in the ODIs compared to the T20 batsmen. I mean, I just have a look at KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Jaiswal, Pant, Iyer. I have a look at that, and Jadeja. I have a look at that batting lineup, and I'm like, there's a few of them who have been really out of touch lately.
Uh, no, but I think it's the thing with Kohli and especially with Kohli when it comes to white ball cricket, especially with one day cricket. Uh, he's really I mean he has like he's completely different player. So I just think
I
yeah
mean,
I think
they just bowl them outside the off stump, to be honest. Just to,
no one day cricket you can bowl him anywhere and he's just a completely different player. So I think in India win that series without
I mean,
much problem.
yeah. I think England, India. I mean, I wouldn't say after what New Zealand did to us, I'll be a little skeptical. But but yeah, I do see England, India winning it, but I think it's probably like 2-1. I see England winning a game. I mean,
Yeah, could
yeah.
be. Yeah,
Anything else from you?
no, nothing at all. No,
All right.
except that I was right about Harshit Rana. I think
Nah. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
no.
Not a chance. I mean, yeah,
Uh,
that's it. We're gonna wrap it up. Yeah, thank
all
you for
right,
listening for
all right. Thanks, guys.
another podcast. We'll catch you guys after the on Friday or maybe on Thursday night after the first ODI.